Hello again. Welcome back to another episode of the Kezia Hinds Show. I am your host, Kezia Hinds, and today we will be looking at a topic that I know will be so beneficial to you, and that is living in your purpose. So recently, my son asked me, Mom, why am I so weird? And why do I do weird things? So he just asked the best questions. But I said that is because it means you'll express yourself in your own unique way. He also said that people often label weirdness as bad, so I took the opportunity to share some insights that I've learned along my own path. I told him that he shouldn't aspire to be normal because normal is so boring. The world is a much better place because of our quirks and our individuality. And if everyone looked and thought the same, what kind of purpose would we serve? Our differences exist for a reason, and each of us has a unique purpose to fulfill with those gifts. Understanding that each of us is called to a specific purpose helps us to recognize that we have our own unique reach. So, no two people are doing the exact same thing, and you'll naturally attract your own audience. So, those who do not resonate with your message or can't relate to it, they might be your hardest critics. But remember, you weren't meant for them. Ignore the noise and keep moving forward on your journey to fulfilling your purpose. I also recently saw a popular creator on TikTok addressing critics who told her that she shouldn't be selling her products. And she confidently said that she wouldn't stop and encouraged them to shop elsewhere if they didn't agree with her methods. Despite the negativity, I watched that she continued to attract her clients. Imagine if she'd only listened to the naysayers and have them dictate her actions, she might not have been able to sustain herself. So it is very essential to recognize that relying on critics for validation will only hinder your progress. This might feel a little personal, but for me, I emphasize this: pursue whatever you're called to do with all your might and do it authentically your way. And while it's great to draw inspiration from others, make sure you express that inspiration in your own unique way. You never know who you're inspiring. Here are a few tips that I used to discover my calling. The first thing I did was to reflect on what drew my interest from a very young age. So, whether it's drawing, helping others, or other passion, our childhood often holds the clues to our purpose. The second thing is to understand that you're always walking in your purpose. I believe that we can have multiple purposes throughout our lifetime, each coming into fruition at different stages and through various experiences. And finally, remember that everything you do and everything you go through contributes to your journey. So, everything. And I believe that it all happens for a reason. Every experience, whether good or bad, is always guiding us along our purpose. Over the weekend, I also attended church with my boys, and the message came from the book of First Samuel, and it told the story of Hannah who had faced shame for being unable to bear a child. And despite the ridicule and the criticism she received, she remained persistent in her prayers and she promised to dedicate her child to God if she was ever blessed with one. And eventually, she bore a son and she named him Samuel, and she fulfilled her purpose to God, giving Samuel back to God. And this story to me illustrates that sometimes our struggles are just part of the larger plan. And when we embrace who we truly are, we can better understand what we are meant here to do. And as I wrap this episode up, I'd like to leave you with a thought that I've gone through so many times growing up, and it is by E. E. Cummings. And this thought has always resonated so well with me. And it says to be no one but yourself in a world that is doing its best to make you someone else is the hardest battle you will ever fight. Never stop fighting. Join me again next Friday, 5 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for another episode. And if you or anyone you know would like to be featured in any of my episodes, please feel free to write to me at thekeziahindsshow@gmail.com. Remember to be kind to yourself and kind to others. Have yourself an amazing weekend and a good week ahead of you. Take care. Bye for now.